Oh, I don't even know if that
Yes, my
crossplay is still
microphone
on.
was off. Thank you for telling me. You should be able to hear me fine now. Thank you for telling me. My mic was muted.
No, I don't think it's crossplay. It's
But
not
it
crossplay, so
should
it
be
doesn't
on.
matter.
So,
Nick Brown.
okay.
Okay, I can hear you
Yes, my
now.
microphone was off. Thank you for telling me. You should be able to hear me fine now. Cool, cool, cool. That's so funny. Is Nick here? Does Nick show up in the Discord? No, he said hello in the chat. That's right. That's right. Okay, so, hello. How's it going? I'm here.
Les Peter Guitar Jam.
Hey, Moo.
Moo.
No.
Sitting here, at 7:10, so it's time for a dab. Okay, let's get some of that Frankie Fire on deck. That is perfect size dab. Love when I get it right. Oh, and it smells so delicious. Shouts out to Frankie Fire, Big Jim, Iceman, of course. I've been asleep for the last few hours, so I haven't checked in with Twitter, which I want to do, because I got a bunch of new friends there now. Okay. I think we should be heated up enough. I heated 2 different spots on the bucket, so it should be nice and evenly heated by the time it cools. And let's take our little scenery down here. If we can, that'll be nice. Way down there. Way down there. We'll get an unobstructed dab. An unobstructed dab here.
Josh G.
Josh G, hello.
Hey, man.
Hey, got a little show going for you. A little show. No law regarding cannabis cyber. Jiminy, cheers. Josh G,
Yes.
Les Peter Guitar Jam, Nick Brown. Everybody that's over here on the Rumble Sphere. Cheers, guys. Here we go. I like this.
Nick
I like
Brown.
this dabber I'm using. I really like it.
Cheers.
It's a screwdriver with a light on it. I don't think I've ever. I think it's got a light. I don't know. Maybe not. Cheers. Wow. So, let's go with this cam right here. Get everything off the screen for a second. I want to talk to you guys something really serious. Slap fighting. We saw a video of this guy getting slapped in the face repeatedly. He's on one of those competitions where they slap each other. It's a contract that both men agree before entering into, and they're going to stand there with their hands at their side and allow somebody to slap them on the same side of the face repeatedly as they take turns slapping each other and see who wins the slap fight. I guess the judges decide, or they go until someone gets knocked out or someone quits, or I don't know. But the damage these guys do to each other's faces is quite substantial. And I'm here to tell you, I never imagined this in a slap fight, is somebody's face just
Megzy
swelling
Williams.
up like a balloon.
Hey, Nay.
And keep going, and they did. And Cyber had the video, and we watched it. I was like, that's pretty bad, man. We had a nice conversation about slap fighting. And, you know, one of the things that we came up with while we were talking about it was, I think it was Cyber, said these guys are going to be physically damaged from this, you know. And I was like, yeah, you know, definitely like football players. You know, we're talking about brain damage. What did you say, Cyber? Whiplash, you know, neck injuries, you know,
concussions, brain damage.
skin contusions that will never heal. You know, they're doing things to themselves that they're getting irreparable damage. We've seen this in championship wrestlers, also UFC fighters. Their ears will become, you know, distorted beyond recognition. And that's what's going to happen to these slap guys. Their ears are going to be destroyed. And it's sad, and it shouldn't be a sport, and I'm completely against it. I'm as against it as I am of the running of the bulls. I don't care if people want to see it. I don't care if people are willing to do this to themselves. It's not the sort of thing that we should allow, because it's not the sort of thing we should be teaching our children. Now, how many kids are going to be doing this at school? How many kids are going to be doing this on the playground? How many kids are going to do this to a kid that doesn't want to play? You know? Because they're just going to walk up to somebody else and just slap them because they saw the adults do it on television. So, you know, I got a big problem with this sport, and I think people like Dana White should be held responsible and be called out. And you know, people, sensible people, should say, hey, man, maybe you should consider something else, something that's less damaging to the human body. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I wouldn't be surprised if these guys suffer more long-term damage than actual UFC fighters do. I wouldn't be surprised. Because to just stand there and let somebody punch you in the face, like slap you in the face like that, UFC fighters won't even do that. You know, not in their right mind. They might stick their face out there to try to goad somebody, but they're going to pull back if they can or block it. Not these guys, man. You could call that bravery, but when you consider what can happen to your body, it's just sheer stupidity. That's all it is. It's just stupid people getting paid to be stupid. And I would hope that my audience wouldn't play into that in the future when you guys see this, that you'll just, you know, not feed into it. Don't go out and spend $100 on a slap fight ticket to go see it live. I hope it doesn't appeal to my audience. I hope that we're a little bit more sophisticated than this brutal sport. Blood sport, if you will. You guys in the chat, you seen this yet? I bet you have, huh? Is our chat on? Is the market going to go up now? Please? Pretty please? Because we've been kind of bopping. And I'm ready to stop the bop. You know? I'm ready to stop the drop and launch the launch, baby. Let's go, Bitcoin. Let's get dirty. Come on, baby. How high can you fly? Watching the market. Market watch with Nay. What else is going on? We got any news reporting today? I was sleeping for a few hours. Anything happened while I was asleep? Okay. We'll look.
Josh G. I have seen it. It's brutally moronic. I thought it was just a gag the first time I saw it until it just kept populating my timeline with new people.
It's brutally moronic. Thought it was, oh, I knew it was real the first time I saw it. Peter Alexander. Joe Rogan slammed on Twitter for calling George Soros an evil person. George Soros is an evil person. I mean, not for, what he did when he was a kid. He's evil for what he's done as an adult. He used his money and his power to influence politics and what he feels the world should be, how the world should be shaped. And that is evil. But that's what all these rich people do. And he's no more evil than the guy that owns Fox News, or than the Clintons, or the Obamas, or the Bushes, or the Trumps. Any family that seizes power, that then somebody becomes a president, or the Bidens, they're all evil. They're all that level of evil. So, Joe Rogan was correct when he referred to George Soros as evil. Why is he getting slammed for it?
Sean, a.k.a. Trendy Orca. Cheers, nay, F word Soros.
And look, what Soros did when he was a kid, man, I understand. I think almost every one of us probably would have done that shit to survive. I totally get it. He was young. He didn't know what the fuck was really going on, except that the guy told him, hey, man, come with me, you'll survive. That speaks loudly to a child, But you can't forgive what he's done with his money, And some people can't forgive what he did when he was a kid. They're like, no, dude, I wouldn't have done it when I was 14. I would have died. Fuck that. I would have let him kill me. I'm not going to go help pillage, other people and rat them out to the Nazis. Oh, boy. God, that's got a really bad ring to it, doesn't it? So, I mean, a lot of people see him for that, and, I try not to judge him on his past as much as I judge him on the present. And what I see in the present is somebody who's got a lot of money that's decided to give it to a lot of evil politicians and buy people off. And where's it gotten us? Politically, nowhere. Nothing changes. So, I kind of want to see this article. I'm interested in it now that I talked myself up. Oh, it's a video? Oh, it's a stupid video with music. Okay, Jewish. Oh, no. They might let us hear him speak on it. Donations to progressive candidates. The largest single donor, donating over $128 million to Democrats running for office. Rogan called Soros' donations fucking terrifying. That's what's scary. It seems like he funds corrosion. It's like he wants the cities to fall apart. He wants crime to flourish. It's almost like he's an evil person. It's almost like, wow. He was even careful and said it's almost like he's an evil person. But no, he is an evil person. You're right. This is evil. And look, when you give, if you're as wealthy as he is, and you're going to pretend like you don't know that when you give someone a lot of money that it's going to corrupt them and they're not going to do anything that they claim they're going to do. You're full of shit. And he threw this money at people. I didn't realize it was to this extent. It said 128, did it say 128 million to progressive Democrats? And what have they done? What have these progressives done? Oh, that's right. Nothing. Not a thing. That's what I was telling my mom. We watched AOC. This is something we should talk about too. We watched AOC try to AOC-splain her way around why she didn't force the vote after running on that she would force the vote. That she was literally going to be a one-term politician so she could sacrifice herself to force the vote. And now to listen to her explain it for 7 minutes of her trying to explain it, it's actually priceless. She says a lot of words and none of them are making any sense. And you're just amazed that any woman can literally just sit there and make no sense for 7 minutes and call themselves a politician or a person, in a place of leadership. It blows and baffles the minds. It's almost like he's an evil person in a Batman movie. I missed that. Okay. Okay. In addition to the disgusting anti-Semitism on display here, I have a few thoughts about this. Don't let it be lost that Joe Rogan starts his whole thing off by saying that he goes to Greg Abbott to gain an objective understanding of the world around him. Okay, yeah, that's messed up. Everybody here know who Greg Abbott is. Wait, let me ask the guys that live in Texas. I'm sorry. Let me ask I just gave up the shit. Let me ask the guys that live in Denmark and Canada. You guys know who Greg Abbott is?
I don't.
Okay, Governor Greg Abbott.
Nope, I don't.
Can you guess because of my slip up before what it is? It slipped up. The governor of Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a horrible person because he's the guy who ships immigrants across the country in buses like he's a human trafficker. Right?
Nick Brown.
Oh! Did you hear what Cyrus said, everybody? I thought that was Ron DeSantis. Fuck that. I'm standing, dude. I'm standing and I'm applauding Cyber Reload. And you guys, everybody knows why. Because of course, Ron DeSantis ships people around the country in buses. Yes, you've heard of that. He's an evil person. He got the idea from Governor Greg Abbott of Texas. He's the one that started doing that shit, right? Now you know you're dealing with a guy who is inherently evil, and then for, hypocritical Joe Rogan to sit there and call George Soros evil for electing progressive Democrats, and then comparing that and saying, when I want to get, a basis of what's going on, I go to Greg Abbott from Texas. He started off by saying that. That's psychotic, man. He's a Greg Abbott supporter? Because it's from that statement, it seems like he is. This is psychotic. Dude, my head, I just got a charge of blood through my brain, and it gave me an instant headache. It was like, boom. That stressed me out that much. It's that disturbing to me.
Nick Brown. Human traffickers comes to mind when I hear both names.
Exactly. Well, we live in America. I mean, we get a lot more of this. But I was just figuring these guys, and then maybe now that we've said his name and stuff, they'll hear more about the evils of Greg Abbott. But let's keep going here. Some Twitter users dragged Rogan for promoting anti-Semitic tropes. Well, I got to say, I haven't heard the anti-Semitism yet by saying a person is evil just because he's... Bro, look, man. If I say Alex Jones is evil for what he did around Sandy Hook, okay, and he's Christian, I'm not saying that I hate Christians and all Christians are evil. Just like if Joe Rogan looks at George Soros and says he's appears to be evil, that's what he said. He didn't really say he is evil. He said he seems like an evil guy. He's not talking about all Jews. It's psychotic, and the people on Twitter are psychotic. And this is why I hope that you guys watch this show, because you know you're going to get the fair take from me on all of this. It's, these people that are calling Joe Rogan anti-Semitic at this time, because whatever he says about Greg Abbott, or whatever he says about the guy that's the governor here, Ron DeSantis, it doesn't automatically make him an anti-Semitic person. He doesn't. That means you hate Jews. Right? You think Joe Rogan hates Jews? It's the weirdest thing. Show me the trope. What pure bullshit. Are you saying that Joe Rogan can't legitimately criticize Soros, right? Right? This is like me. Because the latter is Jewish and a globalist, right? This is what I said. And I hate Gad Saad. I hate this guy. But him and I are agreeing on this. Isn't that weird? I'm agreeing with somebody I can't stand right now. weird how when you start opening up your mind to the truth, you'll find that you have common ideals with people that otherwise you can't stand. But there are places where we can come together. And this is totally one of them. He's being a truth teller right now. He's not always. This guy's not always a truth teller. But I am, and this is one of those broken clock moments for Gad Saad. For me, I'm 24/7, and this guy's, 2 times a day. But I'll give him that. And he says, thus, I can't criticize Madoff because he was Jewish and fraudster because anti-Semitism. I hate false bigotry accusations, and by the way, I'm Jewish. So, well said, and I totally agree with everything he just said in that statement. And isn't it funny? I hadn't seen this yet, and I sound just like somebody who's probably got, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, if not a million followers on Twitter, and I sound just like that guy. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like I'm smart too, right? Well, I came up with the exact same thing that this guy came up with before I read this. I haven't seen this yet, right? I just clicked on this thing. That's why I was like, let's click on this and see what it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It goes so fast, it's so stupid. Anti-Semitic tropes, because he paints Soros as someone playing a global game. Being a globalist isn't an anti-Semitic trope, and you got to stop trying to make it one. Globalists can be any religion. Who wants cities to fall apart? Well, let's talk about that for 1 second. The Democrats are accused of being soft on crime. Democratic cities, Democratic-run cities in this country have a much higher crime rate. It's true. Did you guys know that? The Democrats are kind of known for no-gun zones and getting a lot more people killed out of their stupidity. Right? It's true. Saying cities will fall apart is based on that. It's not anti-Semitic at all. To say that somebody's leading and they're doing a poor job because, they took their money and they selected a bunch of politicians that are Democrats that won't do anything about the crime. Let's give you an example. Look at the streets of LA. Look at the streets of San Francisco. These are both democratically run cities. They're disasters with the homeless problem. Disasters. This is letting cities fall apart. Joe Rogan left that city because of this. Joe Rogan feels like Greg Abbott probably cleans up, Texas better than that moron over there in California does, for California. And, he's going to be a little biased. He literally ran away from the state, as I did as well. Not for the same reasons, but I can understand where he was coming from. And it's psychotic for somebody to claim that this is coming from a place of anti-Semitism. Look, until Joe Rogan just goes out and says he's a Republican, or until Joe Rogan just comes out and says I'm a white nationalist, or whatever, you're going to have a very hard time proving that he is, because you know what? Joe Rogan is very careful with his words. And for some reason, all of these people who lost their feathers over, where are we at? 56 seconds? Over what Joe Rogan said.
Mike Pasquarello.
Iceman, what's up? Right here.
Dabs up. Cheers.
Hold on 1 second. Where was it? It won't do it. He said, Joe Rogan says, he's like an evil person. Where was that at? some re-engineer over there thinks it's okay to make it impossible to fast forward and to click through a goddamn video. Oh, you gotta triple click it? You gotta double click it.
Sean, aka Trendy Orca.
Double click.
R. Hindinger.
Wait, we saw the whole... Oh, we saw it on Twitter. We saw the tweet, right? No. How did we see the part where... Oh, here it is. It's like it says... Yeah, these are misquotes. These are just some people are cherry picking things that he said, trying to make it sound like they're anti-Semitic tropes. Even taken out of context, they're not anti-Semitic tropes, and they're taking them out of context. He said it's like he's an evil guy, but I can't find that one thing. Why don't they just show it? Okay, it must be before all this. Just show me what Joe Rogan said. That's all I'm saying. Show me what Joe Rogan said. It's God damn it. Really? Dude, am I losing my mind? I saw this where Joe Rogan said it's like he's an evil person. It's like he's an evil person in a Batman movie. Where is that? There it is. It's almost like. There it is. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. There it is. He said it's almost like he's an evil person. So, no Jewish tropes, these people, like I said, they lost their feathers over absolutely nothing. And Joe Rogan, as of today, still is not anti-Semitic. That's not opinion. That's factual. It's backed up by his own words. The man doesn't hate Jews. All right? And as much as I dislike Joe Rogan today over some of the other things he does and says, this can't be one of them, and people need to sit down. Is that fair enough? Hey, Iceman said it was time to smoke, and you know what, man? I just had to finish this. So, Ice, I'm sorry, man. I just had to finish that one thing, bro. To get my head right. Because I saw this one thing and it was just sticking in me, man, and I was like, I can address that. It needs to be addressed. And it was that one word, almost. It's almost like. It's almost like. It's almost like. He didn't call George Soros evil. He said it's almost like he's an evil person in a Batman movie. And let me tell you something. I'm going to agree with that about George Soros. From when you think about the way he grew up, think about it. Sounds like the story of some supervillain. Right? Grew up, trying to survive Nazis, had to steal from people and point them out. It was a freaking nightmare. Wow, that sounds like, somebody that was born to be a supervillain. Joe Rogan cannot be criticized for this. People need to sit down. All of these people that put these, except the first one, which was Gad Sad. Did I get his name right? That one was good. And boy, oh boy, didn't that perfectly reflect what I had said? Gad Sad? Perfectly reflected what I said. I was like, this is not anti-Semitism. This is Joe Rogan having an opinion about a guy who, he has obviously a very good perception of. He's got Soros pretty much nailed down. And there's no problem with him giving his take on how he feels Soros is. And if you're going to call that anti-Semitic, let me tell you what you're doing. All right? All you people that are out there crying anti-Semitism. When the real anti-Semitism comes along, people aren't going to be listening to you anymore because you're the boy who cried wolf. Remember that. Everyone who's crying anti-Semitism about Joe Rogan, wait till, your president, your next president says something anti-Semitic. Wait till that happens. Then you're going to be like, well, President DeSantis said blah, blah, blah. And people are going to laugh and laugh. They're going to be like, oh, you mean like Joe Rogan did with Soros? Oh, yeah. Nobody's even listening to you anymore. Why? Because you outwore your welcome with your cries of abuse when there was none. So this is why when I was a child, my mom read to me and my sister the story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, so that I would understand that when you sit there and you misrepresent the facts, things are going to eventually work out against you. And these people are misrepresenting the facts when they try to say he's anti-Semitic. They're crying wolf. And, the only response you should have for them is, he's not anti-Semitic. Right? You want to see somebody who's anti-Semitic? Go check out Nick Fuentes. Okay? And listen to the difference. In fact, I wonder if Nick Fuentes has been on Joe Rogan, and maybe go watch that.
California_Foles. Did my raid work?
You can see the difference between the two. California fools, California fools, and the skies are gray, and the skies are gray. California fool, California fool, and the skies are gray, and the skies are gray. California fools, I was getting high. In the garden with Nay. In the garden with Nay.
I think I just streamed without my mic on.
Oh, did you?
LOL.
It's all right. That's funny. That's how I started this show.
California_Foles. I'm smart.
I'm smart too. I'm exactly as smart as you are, buddy. But at least somebody in my chat said, hey, Mike, bruh. Yep, bruh, Mike, bruh. It's Nick Brown. He said, yep, I can't hear you, bruh, Mike, bruh. Check your mic, bruh. Your mic's off, bruh. Gotta check your mic, bruh. Gotta have a microphone problem there, bruh. What's going on with our, where's the Rumble at? The Rumble scene, yeah. We need to find the Rumblers, yeah. And the skies are gray, California.
Dude, I want 50 followers so I can get custom emotes and annoy Key.
And annoy Nikki? You want to annoy Nikki? She's great. Don't annoy Nikki. She likes being annoyed, though, a little bit, so it's cool. She takes it as a compliment. I've seen her. So, you're cool. She's going to Russia.
California_Foles. Ha ha.
No law regarding cannabis. Cyber cheers. Jiminy cheers. Iceman cheers. California Fools cheers.
California_Foles.
Russia.
Russia.
Everyone that's over there in Rumble Sphere cheers. Look at all the water around us. We've got water everywhere. I'm going to change the words to that song, California Dreams. It's going to be,
Megsy Williams. Cheers.
I was wearing my pajamas in the middle of the day, wearing my pajamas in the middle of the day. I was taking a nap. Someone knocked at my door. So I opened it up, and I opened it up. I was wearing my pajamas, in the middle of the day, No, I don't know. I was wearing my pajamas in the middle of the day. No. About A-Fest, it's for rich people. A-Fest. Okay, that's
Lou and Hill.
California's sinking.
California's sinking on a winter's day.
That's kind of funny. Lou Ann, that's funny. Nobody liked my pajama spin, though. It was like, just total silence. All right, what's going on here? What is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is here. This is a mess. What is this? We'll get rid of that. Okay. So, yeah, the market is down. Could be a good buy time for Harmony if you're looking to get in. I don't know if the whole thing's about to drop right now.
California _
It seems like it is.
Did you see the MLK sculpture?
We talked about
California
it. There's a drop in
Foles.
volume and value, guys, right now.
It looks like a turd.
No, it looks like a big penis. We talked about this. No, you're right. It looked like a turd. It looked like a pile of dog poop. You're right, from the air. It's crazy. Shiny, bronzy pile of dog poop. You guys see the drop in value and volume, how it's coinciding here and here, right? It's all going down together, all the way across the board. Now we're going to get the yellow markers. We're going to get green spikes, and we're going up. This is good. Hopefully this will be a huge spike. Not necessarily anything's really happening exciting on Harmony right now. So, don't worry so much about that, because that trade's down a little bit. It means our other trade is down too, until we can get over this next step, so to speak. It's like we're going up steps, and Harmony is following behind. And let me show you what I mean, okay? Here. This is really easy to see. If you look at what Bitcoin is doing right here, Bitcoin did a drop and then rose back up. And if you look at Harmony right here, Harmony did the drop too. And it has yet to rise back up. I'm assuming Harmony is going to do something similar to this. And that's in the very near future. So, like, if you wanted to buy some Harmony, I'm assuming this is right before it's about to go up. Great time. Great time. It could go all the way. So, who knows, man. We'll see if... Well, you know what? My bad. I misread that. Here, let's go back to this. I misread it. As I looked at it again, you know what I see? Okay. This plateau right here, it's right here. That's the plateau. So and then there's a drop right there, and then there's a drop right there too. I do not think Harmony is going to go back up. I think it's going to do whatever Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes up, which it looks like it will, because... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Okay, look. This right here, this plateau, is this same as this plateau. Because you see there's a drop here at the end. There's also a drop here on Harmony. So I think they're the same. So what I think this is a falling wedge pattern that's going to result in a spike upwards, but I don't know how long it's going to last. Last one kind of lasted pretty long. This one was, 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. So we had a shorter one here, resulted in a little one with a bigger climb. So this could be a ripple. In other words, it could do the exact same thing. Whatever happens, if Bitcoin goes up, Harmony's going to go up a little bit, So it is a great time to get it. Even if you're trying to do a quick thing. I don't think it's going to double, but right now. But the beautiful thing is, right here, Bitcoin doesn't have to double for Harmony to double. That's what you got to know. It's going to take a lot less for Harmony to double your money than Bitcoin. Aerodyne stocks. You guys didn't like my pajamas song. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's on my monitor. The shadow on my monitor I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, man, I'm about ready for getting ready to heat for a dab here for 420 Newfoundland. It's gonna take me a little while because I'm going to actually clean this. I'm gonna clean this thing. Oh, I don't think I have enough butane in this right now, so I'm not gonna clean it. I'm just gonna heat it up. My bad. Beautiful. Let's get a dab together. Beautiful dabs together on my dabber. That's a giant dab. I don't need a dab that big. That dab's way too bad. That's big. Is it too much? Is it too much? Is it too much? No law regarding cannabis, Cyber cheers, Iceman cheers, Jiminy cheers, California Fools, Luann Hill, everybody that's over there in the Rumble sphere. Cheers, guys. I hope you guys are able to chat on Rumble. We're going in.
Cheers.
Megsy Williams. Cheers all.
Hey, did you see that when we just thought about it because we talked about Joe Rogan? Have you seen? have you seen? Have you seen that picture where he's sitting in the swimming pool, where you see his nipples?
No.
It looked like two fucking baby fingers popping out of his chest.
God, it's terrible.
So fucking funny.
He should do something about that, you know? Have some cosmetic surgery.
I mean, you don't believe it before you fucking see it. I promise you that.
I so do not want to see Joe Rogan's nipples ever,
Okay.
ever. In fact, it's a lifelong dream, and you can help me.
It's really funny, bro. It's really.
You can help me fulfill this dream by never showing me Joe Rogan's nipples, and
I never.
it would be a lifelong
In my
dream of
life,
mine that you'd be fulfilling.
seen
It would mean so
anything
much.
Looking like that.
Little Timmy
So fucking
has
funny.
one dying wish, is to never see Joe Rogan's nipple, extended finger-like nipples, ever. I don't ever want my eyes.
Hey, bro.
Spare
it
my
is
eyes.
So long that it's casting its own fucking shadow, bro. You can fucking use that
It's like
fucking
a sundial. I said sundial. His nipples are like sundials. It's so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Poor Joe Rogan, man. Oh my God. Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. And disturbing.
It is.
That was
man.
both funny
I
and
mean,
disturbing. Oh my god. Okay, so suddenly I don't want to keep watching this Joe Rogan video
Lou
anymore.
and Hill. Rogan's nipples look like baby bottles.
That's
Baby hippo.
They totally do, man.
funny. 1945 says, did Donald Trump just commit political suicide? Did you guys hear what Donald Trump did? He,
No.
God, I wish my mom could hear this. He sent out a campaign fundraising letter to all of his adoring fans. And at the top of the page, it says, Ron DeSantis for president. And then there's a thing, it's like, if you want a good leader, blah, 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 blah. It's all this stuff, right? And then if you read the fine print at the very bottom, it says, Donald Trump Foundation, Donald Trump thanks you for your donation. He's using Ron DeSantis' seal, his name, to raise funds for Trump, right? Now, this says, did Donald Trump just commit political suicide? I wonder if it's about the same thing.
Josh G.
Let's find out.
No way.
The latest poll says Joe Biden would win in a landslide against Donald Trump, 49% to 41%. Yet DeSantis would have an edge of 45% to 42% against Biden.
California_Foles.
I told you guys.
Joe Byron.
I've been
LOL.
talking about this
Lou and Hill.
for years.
Don't forget
I've been
lied on
warned
his
for months.
taxes,
I've been warning
lied
you guys about
3,000
DeSantis at
times,
least.
and sued a
Maybe
riot,
for years I've been
stigmatized
warning you
black
about
people,
DeSantis.
Stole documents and endorsed the assault of women. Josh G. Nothing surprises me with these campaigns anymore.
Whoa. Okay, what should be worrisome for Donald Trump should be that he likely will continue to turn off voters, especially women, in his handling of a defamation lawsuit brought on by a female accuser who alleges the former president had raped her in the 1990s. The deposition in the lawsuit has been unsealed, and it showed that Trump had repeatedly insulted his accuser as a form of defense. Even if the allegations are false, Trump's penchant for name-calling may have simply gone too far for more conservative voters this time. Victim shaming simply is never a good look, but it is worse for any political campaign when you need to rally people to your side. What Trump said: Trump is now facing a lawsuit from E. Jean Carroll, who accused him of sexually assaulting her in a Bergdorf Goodman department store dressing room in New York in the late 1990s before he entered politics. The unsealed deposition became public after a federal judge in New York rejected Trump's efforts to shield the records from being released, The Hill reported. Carroll had initially sued Donald Trump in 2019 after he accused her of lying about the incident. He has repeatedly denied the allegations and has called it a hoax. Yeah, you also said climate change was a hoax. In the deposition, which was conducted at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida last year, the former president had described Carroll as a whack job and claimed she was sick, mentally sick, but also suggested that she claimed in a TV interview that she would have enjoyed being sexually assaulted. Oh my God, dude. That is fucking vulgar. Bro, whether he's guilty of the thing or not, the fact that he said that is monstrous.
Yeah.
What a piece of human garbage to say those words. Okay, yet Carroll had actually said in a TV interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper in 2019 that most people think of rape as being sexy. They think of the fantasies, but that this was not sexual, it just hurt. Most people think of rape as being sexy? Dude, I've never heard anybody say that before in my life.
Nope. Me neither.
That's a weird thing for her to say.
Josh G.
Why the fuck would she say that?
Yes, saying and thinking it isn't much farther from the act itself.
I guess it's, I don't know, maybe the people that she's around in Hollywood or whatever, I don't know.
Kind of fetish.
Okay, not his type. Trump also attempted to defend himself by stating in the deposition, when I say she's not my type, I say she is not a woman I would ever be attracted to. There's no reason for me to be attracted to her. The statement suggests that because he wasn't attracted to his accuser, he wouldn't want to engage in sexual activity with her. However, experts in rape suggest the act isn't about attraction or even sex, as it is about power and control over the victim. He also said in Truth Social recently, an October post, stating that Carroll is not my type. He won't let it go. So this is what's going on. People are getting a load of this, man, because he's not letting it go, and he's losing
Josh G.
favorability ratings with his
If she's
supporters.
referring to BDSM,
And there's
what a poor choice
DeSantis
of
is
words,
out there.
and just a bad statement from her and him. Lou and Hill. She said it 'cause it's a whole genre in pornography. It's called rape play.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you know about that.
Don't make it less fucking sick.
I don't want to talk about it in my chat. I appreciate that.
I get that.
Luann, I appreciate it, but you're going to get me in trouble for talking about it like that, so please don't. Thank you. Just let me read the article. Keep your comments short and succinct, please. Trump's type is, of course, well known. In addition to his current wife, Melania, former glamour model, Trump's ex-wives include late fashion designer Ivana Zlenkova and actress Marla Maples, while he dated tennis star Gabriella Sabatini, reality star Kim Richards, model Kara Young, among others. He also was reported to have a 10-month-long affair with Playboy playmate Karen McDougal. Carroll brought the lawsuit after New York's Adult Survivors Act went into effect on November 24, 2002. It provided alleged adult sexual assault victims 1 year to bring lawsuits even if the statute had expired. Carroll filed the second lawsuit against Trump in New York last year, while a judge has since rejected Trump's motion to dismiss the lawsuit. The former president has maintained that the lawsuit is not only a waste of time, but is meant to be a distraction to voters. Keep Trump busy because this is the way you defeat him, to keep him busy with litigation, he said. The case is expected to go to trial in April. Wow. So they really feel like this is the one that's going to bite them in the ass out of all the stuff
Lou and
that's
Hill.
stacked against them.
The hell are you talking about? You just said it yourself. Have fun playing Tucker Carlson and PlayStation in your fort.
No,
What the fuck?
no, listen, it's because YouTube rules have changed and we can't talk about that kind of thing or I'm going to get strikes on my YouTube channels, Luann. How's that? Was I not explicit enough for you? That's what the hell I'm talking about.
Billy Bong Thornton.
You know,
LOL.
we're not allowed to talk about your whole freaking genre on YouTube. They don't allow it. You understand? I don't know, I don't know what else to say. I thought I was pretty explicit about it before, but I guess I didn't explain myself clear enough. I have a feeling Cyber understood me.
Clearly,
All right.
I'm not even allowed to beeping fucking. I couldn't even do that. Beeping, beep, my own beeping language.
You could actually do it right now.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna. It's fucking annoying. You cannot fucking swear.
Well, you could do it now.
Nah, I won't.
So, it would seem like our little downward wedge pattern is reversing. Which is good. Let's see how long that lasts for. I wouldn't hold my breath. Listen, guys, I'm going to go. I love y'all. I hope you guys had fun. I will see you on the next one. Okay? I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. Thanks again, guys.